Alright, guys, what a week for the NFL. Um, Also, shout out to Clemson. They beat us in the ACC championship game. I'm so frustrated about that. Went to the game and just don't really like talking about it. But yeah, no madness this year in college football. So, still kind of bummed out about that. Bills released Kelvin Benjamin not too long ago. That kind of comes as a surprise, but he hasn't really produced on the field this year at all. I don't know if it's because of injury. I don't know if he's just not getting open or the quarterback just sucks. But to be honest, I would honestly think the quarterback just sucks. I mean, Kelvin Benjamin, he's still a good player. He just needs to be on the right team, not the fucking Bills. And honestly, the Panthers can kind of say, "Told you so." I'm not a Panthers fan. Kareem Hunt situation. Well, yeah. The Chiefs were right to release him. I mean, you don't want a distraction like that. You really don't. The Tyreek Hill thing, I don't know much about that, so I'm not going to put my input on that. I know more about the Kareem Hunt situation than Tyreek Hill, okay? So, I'm just going to stick with that, okay? Kareem Hunt should have been released. That's a... And then they also just re-signed Charcandrick West. I like that move. I mean, Charcandrick West is a pretty good backup. He's definitely solid. All I'm saying. Steelers versus Chargers. Do I believe it's the refs? Sure. But there's also other factors to it. The Steelers did blow a 23-7 lead. But you can also say it's the refs, but you can also say it's the Steelers' fault as well. Of course, after the game, I was frustrated with the refs, but at the end of the day, you gotta look at what the Steelers did. Okay, they could not stop Keenan Allen. They couldn't stop the run. Justin Jackson, he's from Northwestern. He had 200 yards against Pitt that one year in the bowl game. Which that really pissed me off. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Justin Jackson. Now you ruined 2 games for me. Thanks. I hope you're fucking happy. You ruined a game for me in college, and now you ruined a game for me in the NFL. I'm so fucking proud of you, fucking asshole. I'm kidding. all love, no hate. Yeah. The refs did blow a lot of calls in that game. There was a lot of questionable calls as well. There's that one that was clear as day. Even the commentators, everybody knew it was a false start, and they didn't call it. The thing is, though, no one remembers that the Chargers, that actually happened to them before. The Chargers didn't get called false start against the Browns. This was last year, though, but still. And it resulted in a touchdown. So, this isn't the first time the Chargers got away with the false start, and it resulted in a touchdown. So let's remember that as well. And the illegal block in the back on the punt return, there was actually 2, which that resulted in the touchdown, which they ended up getting the 2-point conversion, so they basically wasted 15 points off of us right there. Thanks a lot, refs. And also, you can also blame Sean Davis as well, because he was an idiot. He decided to... Okay, Joe Hayden had the interception. He hits him. The ball pops free. Keenan Allen catches it, touchdown. That's pure luck, honestly. You cannot give the Chargers credit for that touchdown at all. That was all Sean Davis. You can thank Sean Davis for that touchdown. If that was an interception, the comeback probably wouldn't have happened. So, there's a lot of things the Steelers could have done to prevent that comeback, but there's also things the refs should have done better. So, do you blame the Steelers entirely? You can, but the refs did have something to do with it, believe it or not. You can definitely blame the Steelers for this, but you can also blame the refs as well. You can't exactly give the Steelers, you can't blame everything on the Steelers. There are some things in that game that should have been called, but they weren't. And also, they called offsides, and last time I checked, I took a look at it, it wasn't offsides. The center actually, with a long snapper, basically forced him to jump off sides by moving the ball, which is illegal. So it should have been a false start offense. 5-yard penalty. No, apparently all they see was the Steelers jumping off sides, so whatever. But I mean, and also one of the holding calls the Steelers had wasn't holding at all, and plus the refs need to really lay off the Steelers on these holding calls, because every single time they have a punt return, it's always called back for holding. In my opinion, they need to start letting some of those go. I mean, especially some that aren't even that, like, clear. Like, if I see something and it's like a chokehold, yeah, of course you're going to fucking call it. But if it's literally just barely anything and they're going to sit there and call holding. Because we started in the territory inside our own 20 quite a bit. Which, in my opinion, is a little unfair. So they kind of need to lay off all these holding calls for a little bit. Am I saying that the refs were... every single ref in that game. Okay, oh my god, I'm just frustrated from that game. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. And I'm pretty sure I just went on for like 5 minutes about that one subject. And now moving on to number 4, James Conner ruled out against the Raiders. That injury, I honestly did not know how to feel. I mean, I honestly thought he was going to be out for the season, and turns out he's not. As far as I know, at least. Jan Samuels did score the game-tying touchdown, which I'm proud of him, but he almost dropped the ball. Glad he didn't. Resulted in a touchdown. Steelers still ended up losing, but still can't complain too much about it. We're moving on against the Raiders. All right, let's move on to them. He suffered a sprained ankle in that game. James Conner did. I'm glad it's nothing serious. Urban Meyer to retire. This has nothing to do with the NFL, but Urban Meyer's won 3 national championships, and technically he doesn't deserve any of them. Don't at me on this, okay? I mean, Urban Meyer's been begging to be in national championships, which is very fucking sad. And he used the argument, oh, we're the best team, we went undefeated, we deserve to be in there. And then when they won the national championship, the Ohio State, they're like, oh, we need to be in the college football playoffs, we played a tough schedule. He basically used different arguments, which he also said about how he was the best team. He didn't face anybody that year. He said strength of schedule doesn't matter. It's that. It's the fact that he was undefeated. So he basically he was just hypocritical, like, about the national championship, or that year they won the national championship with Ohio State. But the reason Urban Meyer is retiring is because of how he handled the suspension, or how he handled the assault or whatever case. I don't really fucking care about Urban Meyer at this point, but fuck it. And he also has health issues. I'm sorry, guys. I can't really talk. Packers fire Mike McCarthy. What do I think about that? He is a Super Bowl winning coach, and there's things that I do like about the firing, but there's some things I don't. You should have waited till the end of the season. I mean, your season's over, but you could at least give Mike McCarthy something to look at. Like, I mean, they're technically still in it, mathematically, but are they going to get in? No. So, honestly, I think it is a little too early. And plus, you got to look at it. The Packers got rid of a lot of players. They got rid of HaHa Clinton Dix for, I don't know why they fucking did, but they did. And they ended up getting rid of Jordy Nelson before the year started, a reliable wide receiver. Does he get hurt a lot? Yes. But he's still reliable? Yes. Aaron Rodgers has not played his best. All I'm saying. Panthers lose 4 straight. Panthers, y'all need to get it together. I mean, come on. Y'all, ever since y'all lost to the Steelers, ever since you all got destroyed, y'all been acting like you suck. I mean, you technically do suck, but it's all good in the hood for y'all, I guess, because losing 4 straight is like not winning a Super Bowl. It's nothing new to y'all. But Cam Newton threw 4 interceptions. That is one of his worst games. And everyone says that he's having a better season this season than he's ever had before. I don't know. I don't know about that. Can the Giants still make the playoffs? No. That's one of the questions that I put down because I still had 3 left in the subjects. Because I had to do 10 subjects or whatever. That's depending on the week. But do I think they can make the playoffs? No. I don't think they have a chance. Did they beat the Bears to keep their playoffs hopes alive? Yes. But who are they facing? Chase Daniel? Like, honestly. It's not really a fucking achievement. Can the Redskins turn around their season? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure their season's been over since Alex Smith got hurt. Maybe a little bit before that. But are the Redskins still in it? Yeah, but are they going to make it? Probably not. Because the Eagles ended up beating him, so the Eagles might end up making the playoffs this year. I don't know. It's going to be between the Eagles and Cowboys for that title. Will the Steelers still win the AFC North? Yes. The Ravens don't have an easy schedule either. They still have to face the Chiefs next week. They still got to face the Browns, the Chargers, and I don't know who else they face really. So I don't think they have a chance really to not make the playoffs. The Steelers, they'll still win the AFC North. Will the Ravens still get in? Possibly as a 6th seed. I don't see them winning the AFC North, but... And for anybody who's going to say something about what I said about the Browns, that's still going to be a tough game for them. The Browns beat them last time. And I did say on Instagram, like before the week started, before the year started, one of my bold predictions was the Ravens were going to get swept by the Browns. That can still happen. And if I get that right, I might actually be proud of myself. For actually predicting that. So yeah, the Steelers will still win the AFC North. Steelers still have a really tough schedule ahead of them. Do I believe they'll win at least 2 out of 4? Yes. They really just need to win 2 out of 4. But I want them to win 4 out of 4, obviously. Which games do I think they'll win, and which games do I think they have a chance in? Well, The Raiders is going to be a difficult game only because it's at Oakland, and we have trouble at Oakland. We've always have for years. Do you think we'll still come out with a victory? Yes, I think we're probably going to win by 10 or more. Patriots. I believe we play the Patriots next after the Raiders. I believe. Might be wrong, honestly. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do because we faced the Patriots week 15 this year. Okay. So, Patriots. You can't say we're going to lose that game just by looking at it. Steelers are at home. Steelers are really looking for revenge. They're looking to get back at them from last year. And do I believe they'll get it? Absolutely. But what are the chances of winning the game? My chances from after that Panthers game to now has changed by a lot. I said the Steelers would have a 58% chance to win that game, and now it's going to look like a 43. It's going to be in the freaking opposite. So that's pretty much how I'm looking at it. And the Saints game, that's going to be one of the games that I'm seeing us losing easily. I mean, am I going to believe that we're going to win this game? Of course I am. But the Saints are too dominant. Yes, they did lose to the Cowboys. Who fucking cares? That's one game. Like, everybody needs to stop getting on the Cowboys. Stop getting on the Cowboys and tell them how great they are. Boy, they beat the fucking Saints. And the Saints, you don't need to be telling them that they're garbage or anything. They had one bad game. Drew Brees can still win MVP. Don't be doing all that to them. God. The Saints are still a really good team. And it's going to be at Saints. That's where it's going to hurt us the most. But do remember, all three of our defensive touchdowns came against the NFC this year. The NFC South, obviously. One against each of the teams we faced. Maybe we could get one that game. And we'll definitely need it too. That's something we definitely need. But then we move on to the Bengals. That's not a gimme game either. None of these are gimme games. None of them are. But Steelers are going to be at home. Steelers are going to be home 2 out of their last 4 games. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Steelers do. Like I said this 2 weeks ago. I was going to be really happy if we could win 4 out of 6, and right now we have to win all 4 for me to be happy, apparently. So will it happen? It can. It's definitely possible. But will it realistically? Maybe not. But anyway, guys, I'm glad you joined me. I'm out. Peace.